Hello, Interloper here, bringing you the latest current events in Rage of Bahamut. So, in case you haven't seen, about 4 days ago, January 25th, a new event has started, and it's called the Sylvan Labyrinth, and it's pretty crazy, to be honest. It's going to last until February 6th, and if you have ever played Blood Brothers, this is extremely similar to the raid boss event in the sense that you'll be having a 10 card deck fighting big bosses. Sounds pretty crazy. You get to form an event deck, and you can of course do a recommended event deck, but you'll be questing, you'll find a boss, and you'll fight it with this crazy 10 card deck. It's a little crazy, of course, but it's different. Definitely. So basically, how to play this event. You create a deck of 10 cards, attack the creeping corruption that is invading the world of the elves or whatever, and once you defeat a certain amount of monsters, and they'll show you the pictures, you get to open the gates of hell. It'll open and a rare boss will appear, which is pretty cool. You defeat bosses in cooperation with allies, such as, allies in your order. And you get some pretty cool stuff. You get to also request allies, just normal allies. But it's best to work together with an order, because there are some pretty nice order rewards. So yeah, monsters appear in quests. When you battle more monsters, more likely that powerful enemies will appear. Spend attack power to attack monsters. And as far as I've seen, when using attack power, you can use 1 attack power or 6 attack power. 6 attack power is going to be the all-out attack. Although I did have a separate attack bar, I'm not really sure what that means. But basically how to deal major damage, spend attack power, deal lots of damage, save up points on the break gouge to activate rising break, which I assume is a super attack. Fight effectively when skills are active. Decks are made up of 3 units. There's 4 cards in the front with 3 on each wing. Only the skills of unit leaders will activate the ones in the front. So, if you do have the special event cards that actually have abilities against the creeping corruption, you probably want to put those in the front. And then Sylvan Berries, those are what you're ranked on. You collect them when you attack, if you defeat it, and all this crazy stuff. But anyway, some new cards have been added to the regular quest in this. So you get Apprentice Mage, Animated Corpse, and Elf Mage, and what's rather curious is that there is no man normal card or high normal card that was introduced to the questing. And even more strange is the fact that the cards that have abilities tailored for this event, none of them are man cards. Kind of weird. Actually, 3 of them are demons and 1 is gods. But what's really curious about this event is that not only do you get rewards based on the amount of Sylvan Berries you get, and you get ranked on the amount of Sylvan Berries that you get, you also get rewards for defeating certain monsters for the first time, and also you get to turn in maze flowers. And so I'm going to go over maze flowers in a moment. Maze flowers are kind of like in the past few events, you get certain things for being an MVP, defeating a certain boss and whatnot, and you get to exchange them. And there's blue maze flowers and silver maze flowers, and every time that you exchange them, you have a chance of pulling a normal, high normal, Sylvan Potions, which recover attack power, or any of these cards here. As you can see, we got some pretty nice ones. I'm going to quickly scroll through them. There's Kaguya, Hecate, Atalanta, which is this event's only man card, it seems, and it's one of the false S rares, the ones that aren't exactly as strong as a normal S rare, but still have that rank. Kitsune UL, Lunar Werewolf, Elder Spartoy Soldier. I might as well note that some of these are actually the ones that are tailored for this specific event. Sylvan Wizard, Dwarf General, and Dark Fowre I'm not even going to try. So when you get Kaguya, you'll be able to reset the contents of the box. This box can be reset up to 3 times. I'm assuming that that's so you don't pull multiple Kaguyas or something like that, or you have another chance to get a Kaguya. But anyway, so when you kill something for the first time, you get to collect a reward, and they have to match a certain level as well. So you can get rupees, gold dragon, angel queen, holy powder personal, archangel queen, cure water personal, more cure waters and holy powders. So you do get some personal things to help you along with this event. And then also special rewards based on how many sylvan berries you collect. There's maize powder. I'm not entirely sure what maize powder is, unfortunately, because I have not collected that many yet to be able to turn my sylvan berries in and whatnot. But there's also Devil Princess, which unfortunately I'm also not familiar with. I'm guessing it's like Devil Queen, but a little bit less powerful. Speaking of which, somebody asked why Devil Queens are so expensive. It's because it's the most efficient way how to scale up really, really strong cards instead of feeding it, you know, S rares for the same amount, or feeding it rares or something for maybe 1% chance of actually getting a skill level up. So that's why Devil Queens are so expensive, because if you have a legendary card, they're very hard to skill up. And of course, Devil Queen is a reward, but of course that's a lot of sylvan berries. Then if you fully complete quest area level 100 and discovered death 150 and defeated it, go to area question mark to get a special reward, which is Atalanta, the false S rare. Then in addition to all these crazy rewards, you also get individual rewards for ranking. There is a new S rare, Elven Queen. Then there's Helvera, who looks pretty crazy. She looks like a demon fairy almost. So let's go back there. Then of course Atalanta, HR and up, claim tickets, and the wonderful thing is even if you rank as low as 80,000, you'll get 6 holy powders and premium claim ticket. So if you know you're not going to rank high, or you don't want to waste holy powders and cure waters and whatnot to rank high, just use your regenerating attack power and regenerating energy. So that way you at least rank here and you get a nice reward. Then of course, there are special placement rewards, sorry, kind of stumbled there, for people who rank a certain amount. So I guess you can cross your fingers and hope for it, but it's highly unlikely. Now, for order rewards, top 50 orders will get a Helvera, which is pretty nice. And top 100, well, 51 to 100, will be getting an Atalanta and claim tickets. 100 to 200, 3 claim tickets. And then once you get to 601, that's when you start getting holy powder personals. Speaking of which, I've also had a person ask me whether to save claim tickets or not. Personally, I like to save claim tickets. As much as I would love to pull the claim tickets and see what I get, it's a lot better to wait for a promotion that has, you know, maybe twice the high rare, S rare, whatever chances, just in case there's that tiny chance you get it. And the best thing to wait for are the rare and up packs, because you really don't want to pull a high normal and then start raging at your screen. Trust me, that's happened many times to me. I don't like it. So I would say save the claim tickets. Now, in addition to the event, something has happened that a lot of people are very unhappy about. It is the new additional trade problems. And apparently, when you sell cards on the bazaar, and let's say that you are selling an S rare, you can only exchange it to another S rare. This is going to be pretty difficult because a lot of S rares are false S rares, meaning that you're pretty much only going to be able to exchange it for another S rare, or unless you want to liquidate it into holy powder and whatnot, but it's a little bit disappointing. Then unfortunately there are even longer waiting times in order to trade with somebody in your order or a fellow. It's been extended from 2 weeks to 30 days. That's a whole month. Honestly, I don't really know what they're trying to pull here, other than the fact that maybe they're hoping that you become so incredibly impatient that you spend money. Personally, I think it seems kind of cheap of them, because this currently is such a popular game. They did splurge on a trailer in Japan and whatnot. I just think that they are being a little too crazy with this. But I do understand on some level that there's a lot of problems with alt accounts, and unfortunately that's just a fact of life. As long as you can jailbreak an iPhone or iPod or iPad or whatever, there will be the ability to make alt accounts. So hopefully we won't be seeing any more of these restrictions, because they only put a damper on trading. Though I guess it is kind of for the better in some senses, because you always get these crazy bizarre things, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, where somebody puts up a rare and it asks for like a King Arthur or something crazy. So that's going to prevent a lot of garbage on the bazaar. That's the one way I believe that this will be beneficial. The trading restriction for items waiting, 30 days, a little worse. So, that's basically the gist of it, although there has been some minor changes here. There has been a search function added to the bazaar, which is wonderful. I know a lot of people were complaining that you cannot search for card names. Then registered, non-registered users, only people who performed the device registration can make use of the bazaar system. That's absolutely fine. Not really sure why you'd be using an account that isn't registered anyway. Then any newly added cards that are SSR rare will now only be tradable for up to 10 days from the release date. Once the 10 days have expired, you'll no longer be able to trade the card and must sell and purchase it via the bazaar. Which, I guess that's not really that big of a deal. So, yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions about Rage of Bahamut, feel free to send them in. I might not be able to answer all of them because I still kind of am on hiatus from Rage. I check back once in a while to check out the new events and stuff, but I'm not too familiar with the latest cards. I probably cannot give you good advice on your deck. So just keep tuning in. I'll keep doing updates for events, and the link to submit a question is in my description. Anyway, until next time.